Buongiorno a tutti, my name's Dom, welcome back to Italy. In this, the last episode of the build, I am finally going to be assembling the guitar. The body is now polished, the neck is complete, including my little Made in Italy tag. Cone cover and cone itself are ready to go in. This isn't the first time I've put this guitar together, of course, and I've run into a few problems which I've had to solve. The action when I first put the guitar together was extremely high. Traditionally on a slide guitar, the action is fairly high anyway, but it was too high for me, and I want to be able to play fretted notes as well as just slide on this guitar. So I've had to play around with the neck stick a bit, because when I first put it in, everything was level, but as I think I've said before, with this metal, it distorts so much under any sort of heat that I've had a bit of warping on the top. I've mostly cured it, but I've had to sort of readjust how the neck stick goes in, but that's brought the action right down to something that's far more playable now. So let's get on and put this together. So the neck stick slots into the block at the bottom of the guitar there, into a little recess. And the first thing we're going to do is screw through the tail piece into that. So that draws, then when you screw in through that, it draws the neck down. We now have to get a couple of screws into the back of the heel, through the block at the front there. That just draws the neck in nice and tight against the body. And one more thing to put in, a little screw here through the bottom of the fretboard, which goes into the top of the neck stick through the body, draws everything together. In the old national guitars, they put these through the dot markers. You put the dot marker on top. I didn't consider doing this until I'd already put the dot markers in. I didn't want to take them out and put them in again. So I just put this one here on the bottom. I'm now going to cover the little plate, the name of the guitar, stovepipe. It's going to go on there, just going to glue that in place. And just before I put the cones in, I need to put these in. There's a couple of little pads. Trouble with this material, it is very thin, and it's a bit flexible. So I've made a couple of little pads that are going to sit under this neck stick and keep the back firm. They just sit in there like that. Oh, tension will keep them in place. And that takes any wobble out of the back there. There goes the cone. One of the advantages of the biscuit bridge is you've got a certain amount of movement to it. So I've been able to get the intonation pretty much spot on. I've got some gaskets to put in just in case there's any rattle, but hopefully not. These are just thin card, a bit of thin foam. And the same, another one for the cone cover. Okay, that's screwed in. Next thing, stick some strings on. I like to use these Martin custom light acoustic strings, they're 11 to 52s. Seem to be good sort of all-rounders, not too heavy. Play a lot of open tunings, so they seem to cope with the lower range quite well. There we are, strung up. Sounds like a resonator. We're going to go up the mountain. I'm going to play you some bottleneck blues. So I've come up the mountain to do a bit of this recording. It's a lot nicer up here than it is in my workshop. So a bit of standard tuning guitar first. So maybe a few chords and stuff. There's lots of bugs up here though, that's a bit of a problem. Horseflies, get off me, you bugger. I'm going to have to call it quits in a minute because I think there's a storm coming and I'm getting bitten to death here. So that's the guitar, all finished. I think it's sounding pretty good. Sounds like a resonator guitar to me, so I'm happy with that. It's playing really nicely. I've got the action nice and low on it, so that's good for fretting notes as well as playing slide. I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'm back in the workshop. The guitar is finished, but it's certainly not going to be the last guitar that I build. It's, not only have I been bitten by the bugs up in the mountain, but I've also been bitten by the guitar building bug, and I plan to build quite a few more under the name STEELRIDGE Guitars. I think the next project's going to be another little traveller. I might run that in conjunction with another full-size guitar. I've just got a load of galvanised steel which I found in the field next door to the house. So there's enough there to build another 3 guitars, I think, full size. But that's it for this build for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2022. I'd just like to say a few thank yous, firstly to my wonderful partner Jenny for her love and support, and also to Giacomo King of Tornelli Guitars for his insight and interest, and for supplying me with a lot of the stovepipe, along with another friend, Joe Cairns. Thanks, Joe. I'd also like to say thank you to Todd from Sweet Tea Guitars, and Rab Knox from Outlaw Guitars, and Chris Franklin and Bonehead Guitars and Cheapskate, and loads of other people from the guitar building community. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support. And I'd like to thank Ben Crow from Crimson Guitars for his excellent educational videos. I've learned so much, so thank you very much, Ben. And also thank you to everybody at the Great Guitar Build-Off. I will be back for the build-off in 2023, and I'd like to thank all my friends and family for their support and for subscribing and watching these videos. Thanks very much. A very interesting build for me. Like I said, it's only my 3rd guitar, so planning to do plenty more. Ci vediamo dopo. Arrivederci.